generous here is mine. All right, thank you very much.
How you boys doing? You glad to be on here. What's it called this show? 25 for 23? Oh, 30 for 30? All right, go with that. How you guys doing? Omar, Omar Calbat. Been a crew leader I'm a rookie of the year, sophomore season, I guess you could say, second semester. And,
Hi, everybody. My name is Jeremy Gabara, and this is a great story of Joseph. And it's actually a really elaborate story of a man who suffered a lot throughout his life, but he intended to follow God's will the whole entire time.
We got to hurry this up though. We got NASCAR race today. Daytona today. Daytona. That's right. Yeah, I've been a friend of Joseph for a while now. Joseph, my best friend. Best friend through and through. I do everything for that boy. I gave his brothers a beating. Remember, he won my bad leg.
And his dad loved him dearly, very, very dearly. He was one of the closest to his father. And his dad always wished the best on him. His dad always prayed for him. His dad always wanted him to really know that how much he loved him. And his dad always had big dreams for him as well. So there's always been some tension in the family with his brothers. There's always been a little bit of tension between his other siblings and other brothers. Why is he the favorite? Why is he the favorite?
We was watching NASCAR, and we were sipping on some Diet Mountain Dew. And I remember his daddy called him out. His daddy called him outside, gave him a jacket. Nice jacket, a bunch of colors on it. Nice jacket. I didn't care. I was watching the race. So his daddy called him out, gave him the jacket. I remember his brothers were real jealous. I think the jacket was signed by Dale Jr. or Jeff Gordon, one of them two.
Joseph was gifted this beautiful, beautiful coat. Basically, it was an animal. Beautiful, beautiful jacket. It was a coat, a cloak that kept him warm. And over a series of times, that tradition, that story has been passed on. And now it's became a colorful rain jacket, a very prestigious jacket. But really what it was is just a nice gift from a father to a son. The older brother, other siblings, they envied Joseph the dreamer. They envied him, and they looked at him with, who is this kid? Who is this young guy? Who is he?
I remember the next week we was hanging out, and we were just sitting playing Halo 2. Halo 2, great game. And he put the remote down. He said he had a dream, and he talked about he was growing some carrots and celery. I know what he was growing, man. But he said his brother was growing them too, and his grew taller than all his brothers. And his brothers were already mad right there. They were like, boy, you better stop that story. They were getting jealous. They were getting real jealous, all right?
And he saw his brothers and his other siblings with a very weak and lack of crops and lack of abundance of fruit. This moment, he also saw in his dream his brothers bowing down to Joseph, bowing down to him.
Then he said that his brothers in the dream started bowing down to him. Like, bow down.
And that right there was very odd, because at that time, you'd only bowed to somebody like a king. So when Joseph told this, his brothers were really, really upset. They said, who is this person? He's just a little kid. I would never bow to my brother. He's no king. He's no God. He's nothing. He's nobody special.
His brothers got real jealous. I think one day they went deer hunting Upper Peninsula. And his brothers, they beat him up real good up there.
They invited Joseph along. They wanted to kill him. They wanted to get rid of him. They wanted him out of the picture so that way their lives can be normal. A very selfish act. Their lives can be normal. They hurt him. They paralyzed him with a rock.
So I saw that too, but I didn't do nothing because my foot was hurting. My foot was hurting real bad, so I couldn't really fight, So, yeah, they beat up Joseph, threw a rock at him or something like that, and then, they knocked him out, and I don't know if it was some Iraqis came through or... No, it was Egyptians. Egyptians came through, and they sold them to the Egyptians. Like, what are these Egyptians going to do with the this guy, you know. So I guess he used him for like I think they sold him over there as like a slave or something, you know, like some kind of Moses type of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
They ended up selling him to the Pharaoh's assistant.
Yeah, I couldn't do nothing, so they took him to Egypt. He became a slave over there, and his slave master, something like that, Potiphar or something like that. Danny, no, I don't know, man. I don't know what they called him. You know,
Potiphar. Potiphar was the man that came into Israel, and they sold him to Potiphar. They sold him to Potiphar. Sold him for silver. His brothers went back to go see his fathers, and they told him, Father, look, Joseph has been missing for 3 days. We found his cloak. It's here with blood on it. His father was very saddened. He was deeply saddened. But his father kept true faith. He said, Joseph will always be here with us. In Egypt, Joseph was a slave, but he was an obedient slave. Joseph suffered, but he suffered with pride. He suffered because he knew that God had a plan for him. Joseph,
he helped him out with something, and then the slave master, he was like, all right, you helped me out. We're going to become friends. I think he bought him a case of Diet Dew or something. I don't know why he wanted to become friends with him, but I was there too. And
Joseph was a real man of God, and these works, these actions became known throughout the city, throughout the Egypt, throughout the whole temple. And he got taken in by Potiphar as his right-hand man.
So he helped him out, and so him and the slave master became friends. You know what I'm saying? They became good friends. Started watching NASCAR together, drinking Diet Mountain Dew. And I think the slave master's wife got a little jealous, you know what I'm saying?
Potiphar was high up in the kingdom, close to Pharaoh. Potiphar was a man of many words. He was very powerful. He had servants. He had a beautiful wife. He had a kingdom, a castle. Potiphar trusted himself into this man, to Joseph, and they became friends. They did beautiful things together. Potiphar loved this man because of Joseph's honesty, Joseph's persistence, Joseph's blessings, and just Joseph's presence was something that was supernatural for Egypt to even see. The town began to talk. Who is this man, who is this man Joseph? And how did he become a slave up to right-hand man? How is this possible? Potiphar's wife became really jealous of the situation. She began to look and say, who is this slave taking my husband from me, changing him? She was jealous. One day she staged the room and made it look like Joseph was trying to have a relationship with her. That was not the case. Joseph was an innocent man. Joseph served for his people, and Joseph served for his Pharaoh.
So she got a little jealous, and she got a little jealous, and she lied to the slave master and said that they was doing something, but they really wasn't. I was there. I saw the whole thing. He didn't do nothing. All right, he was just watching NASCAR, minding his own business, and she came in there. Joseph got thrown in jail, you know, up in the Alcatraz jail with 50 Cent in there. 50 Cent was in there with him.